Hello, are we live? I am so excited. What is up, TubeBuddy? How is everyone doing? We are live at this new link, and I'm excited to talk to you all about what I've learned on the journey to 1 million subscribers. So my goal is to be as helpful as possible with you all. Today, we are live, so I'm going to be looking in the comments as I chat with you all and asking you some questions as well. So good morning, good afternoon. Where is everyone? Where are you located? I always love to know where people are watching from. And I forgot to introduce myself. If you didn't know, my name is Gabby Wallace, and my YouTube channel is Go Natural English. I think it's in the description. And I am in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I'm not from here, but that's where I'm coming to you from. And the weather is lovely. It's almost summer here. Awesome. We have a lot of people here. So cool to see you all in the chat from New Zealand, Dubai, Nepal, LA. Cool. I was just in LA last week, just before all the fires started. So I hope if you're in LA, I hope you're doing okay. A lot of people had trouble, and my heart goes out to everyone there. Thank you. You guys, awesome. Awesome to see everyone here. If I'm a little sweaty, please excuse me, because like I said, I'm in Brazil. It's summertime and I don't have air conditioning. It's my personal choice because I'm a weirdo and I like the heat. So I said I want to share as much as I can with you. We have about 30 minutes. So I welcome your questions. I'm going to be pausing to answer your questions every so often. I do have some lessons that I want to share with you. And yeah, I'm excited. I rarely actually talk about the behind the scenes journey on YouTube because, as I mentioned, my channel is Go Natural English. It is for English language learners from all over the world. So it's a very global channel. We have audience community members from almost every country in the world. It's pretty crazy, but a lot of them are in the United States, but from other countries. I don't know if anyone is here who watches my main channel. Maybe. If you usually watch my main channel, Go Natural English, tell me in the comments. That would be really cool to see you here. So my channel is for English learners. It's not about how to create a YouTube channel or an online business per se, but that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. So, gosh, I am almost still in shock that the channel has 1 million subscribers. It was a really big milestone for me that I just crossed. I believe it was last week or like a week and a half ago. So it feels really awesome to have 1 million subscribers. It is a big milestone. I want to tell you guys at the same time that it's not all about the numbers. I know that sounds kind of hypocritical because I'm like, oh, look at me, I have 1 million subscribers. And then to say it's not about the numbers. But one of the big things that I learned is you have to enjoy what you're doing along the way, because it's crazy. Like, a lot of people said, oh my gosh, you've had like so much success in such a short time. But what people don't see is that I've been doing it for 8 years, almost 8 years, 7.5 years. And so it's super important that you're passionate about what you're making videos about. So I actually want to ask you guys, do you have a YouTube channel? First of all, do you have a YouTube channel? Just tell me yes or no in the comments. I'm assuming a lot of you do have YouTube channels. If you're here and you're trying to learn about how to YouTube, if you're on this live chat, you probably have a YouTube channel. If you don't, that's cool too, though. I see a lot of yeses. Gaming channel, cool. I wish I knew how to make a gaming channel. because gaming channels are really popular. I've actually never played video games in my life because my parents didn't allow me to when I was a kid. Weird fact about me, but I think gaming channels are really cool. So also I'm gonna ask for some help from Andrew, who's moderating the chat. If you notice some really great questions, but if I don't see them right away, maybe you can repeat them to me when I pause to take questions too. Cool. So a lot of people have all different kinds of channels, fitness. Cool. I was just in LA, like I mentioned, at a YouTube event for creators, and it was amazing. In a room of about 50 people, every single different person had a different topic for their channel. There was everything from things you're mentioning like fitness or yoga, makeup, horror makeup. There was even a guy who does videos that are all songs that he writes for children about trucks and heavy machinery. I thought that was really unique. So pretty much, I think you can talk about anything you want to on YouTube. And you probably are thinking there's probably everything already on YouTube. I mean, a lot of people ask me, isn't it saturated? Like, doesn't YouTube already have everything? Is there even a chance for people to, to grow now? And I just wanted to talk about this a little bit, if it's okay. I think the most important thing, because I mean, there's other channels that teach English, there's other channels that talk about similar things that I do even, but the most important thing is what you bring to your channel, like your personality, your experience, your style, the way that you talk, the way that you like to dress, or the way that you your decorations, which I have a very minimal background, as you can see, it's just a white wall. But the things that you bring to your channel help it to grow, because that's when you bring yourself to your channel, that's how your audience feels connected with you. So it might sound cliche to just be yourself, but what I mean is that you have to bring your unique experiences and stories into your topic. So one thing that I do when I'm teaching English is not to just share grammar rules or information. I mean, people can find that on Wikipedia or by searching Google. You can find all the English grammar rules out there, and they're not going to change anytime soon. But I bring my experience, my stories, my own frustrations about learning languages, and I share those with my audience. So someone asked about how to connect with your audience. And that's something that I enjoy doing by sharing my own stories. That is a way that I connect with my audience. And it seems like, people remember that. Oh my gosh, Evan Carmichael, I'm a fan of yours. You're in the chat. Hi. So cool. Yeah, I love your motivational videos. And that's another thing that I do with my English learning videos, actually, is that it's not just about the information of learning English. It's about motivating and encouraging my audience. And that's really important. Whatever vibe or energy that you want to bring to people, whether it's making them laugh or encouraging them or making them think, or whatever the vibe of your channel is, like, really lean into that too. So for me, it's about motivating. I tried to be funny in some of my videos, but guys, I am just not a natural born comic or comedian. So you got to lean into your strengths. I think that your audience will let you know. I remember I asked my audience the other day, like, hey, should I make more funny videos? And they're like, no, you shouldn't. So anyway, yeah. Cool. Sorry, I'm distracted by the comments. I love reading what you guys are saying, but I can't read and talk at the same time. So let me see really quick if there's any questions that stand out over there. And I talked a little bit about one common question I get, which is whether YouTube is saturated, how to stand out, how to connect with your audience. Cool. I wanted to talk a little bit about money and equipment in terms of investing money into your channel, if that's okay. Is that okay? You can tell me yes or no. I see a yes in the comments, but It's like way up there. So I think Moham typed yes before I even asked the question. You read my mind. You're amazing. So a lot of people ask me about equipment. You can probably see some of my equipment behind my shoulder. My equipment, even today, is super simple, mainly because I travel a lot. And like I mentioned, I'm living in Brazil. I'm from the United States, but I travel a lot and I'm in Brazil now. So, I can't, or I choose not to bring like a ton of equipment with me. And it's a little harder to get equipment here. So, a lot of people ask me like, what camera should I get? What microphone should I get? What editing software should I get? And I want to encourage you to start with what you have. Now everybody has smartphones, which is amazing. I mean, you can take amazing video with your phone, and maybe get a microphone because audio is really important, but it doesn't have to be a super expensive one. I know a lot of people that buy a ton of equipment and then, they get frustrated because they're like, oh, I spent thousands of dollars and I don't even have any views. So, obviously YouTube doesn't work. I'm going to give up. And I think what you want to focus on is not necessarily buying a bunch of equipment, but using what you have. And the most important thing, the priority, is to build a relationship with your audience. So then a lot of people ask me, they're like, well, that's good for you because you have 1 million subscribers. But what about for someone who has like 100 subscribers? Someone who has 100 subscribers, that's awesome. I mean, everyone starts from zero. So when I started, I had a small class of English learners. I was teaching English in Japan, actually. And I started sharing my videos with my students. I had 8 students. And so I emailed links to my YouTube videos because I was trying to help them with their English. And I shared the links of my videos on Facebook with my friends, and definitely shared links with my family. It was like, hey, can you take a look? Let me know what you think. And that's where my audience started. It was just people I already knew. Oh, I see Andrew said I spent $0 to start. That's awesome. I spent like $100 because when I started, I didn't have a smartphone. I had to buy something. I didn't have a smartphone or a camera or anything. So I bought a flip cam. It was, they don't even make flip cams anymore. They're horrible, but that's what I started with. I didn't know how to edit. If you guys go back and look at my first videos, I mean, you definitely shouldn't because they're really embarrassing, but I didn't even edit them. I mean, I'm horrible at the tech part of things, you guys. It's amazing that I even managed to be live here today because I'm so bad at the tech things. I mean, I'm an English teacher by training. So, but you learn as you go. You totally learn as you go, right? And then you can invest as you go as well. So if you start making some money, when you start making some money, I should say, from AdSense or partnerships or your own merchandise or your own course or whatnot, then start investing in more equipment. As a teacher, I don't know, does anyone here have an educational YouTube channel? As a teacher, a lot of people started to seek me out for lessons as well. And I see some comments about TubeBuddy. I just want to say before too much time goes by, I really want to thank TubeBuddy because I've been using TubeBuddy for almost 3 years. And in those 3 years, my channel has doubled every year. So TubeBuddy has helped me out a lot. They didn't tell me what to say, by the way. I just want to share this because it's a really useful tool that has helped me in terms of the technical side of things. I just said the tech side is, not so easy. So figuring out like what tags to use or like best practices or A/B testing, those are all things that I really love about TubeBuddy. So a big shout out to TubeBuddy for their software and also for having me here today. So I didn't want to forget to say that. I'm looking over for your questions too. So we talked about saturation, about investing money in equipment. Any questions before I go on to another topic? I see a comment in Portuguese, so that might be one of my English learners. Let's see. Cool. Okay, I see a question. How do you leverage social media to promote your YouTube channel? Blah, blah, blah. Can't talk, can't read, can't speak English. How do I use social media? So I do a couple of things strategically. I try to plan out my videos. I try. You know, there's always those times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to post a video today. I need to, record, edit, post right now, all in the next hour. But ideally, I plan out my videos a few days or even weeks if I'm really on my game ahead. And then I hint before they come out. And I would post on social media with an image, some text, maybe a behind the scenes kind of image, like from when I was recording, and say, hey, this new topic is coming out on Monday. I'm so excited. Mark your calendar. And then when I do publish the video, I let people know, as soon as it's published, or like as soon as I have a minute to post on social media, I let people know, usually posting an image and a link back to YouTube or to my blog. If you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, I would link directly to YouTube. If you're trying to grow your website traffic, maybe embed your YouTube video in your site and then share the link to your website. And then a day or two after the video is posted, I'll share it again, because you guys probably know that the first 42 hours are really important to get more views, because then YouTube will see that people are interested in the video, and then maybe that will help with more people seeing your video. So I hope that answers your question. Someone asked, do I also have a website? Yes, I have a website. It's gonaturalenglish.com. And if I don't get to all of your questions within 30 minutes, I do have a page for you guys. It's also for teachers, because I help teachers with stuff online. So it's gonaturalenglish.com/teach, TEACH, if you would like to stay in touch with me after this live. Let's see, what other questions do we have? Do you have a team or production staff to assist you? I like this question, because I do have people assist me, but it changes over time. Like, it's an evolving process, figuring out who I need for support to grow my business. I should tell you guys that I also have an online course for English learners. So I do this full time, and YouTube plus my online course are my main source of income. So I have people help me as contractors, to help me with customer service, like answering student emails, answering student questions, because I have literally thousands of students in my course, and it's a lot to manage as one person. But if you don't have a course, if you just have a YouTube channel, it can still be a lot of work. I was also working full time for the first 4.5 years of my YouTube channel. So it was only after about 4 years that I decided to go full time, just doing YouTube and my online course. So at that time, I also hired an assistant to help me with things like making thumbnail images, doing the stuff like answering emails and answering student questions that I mentioned. Let's see, I'm looking at your questions. I'm not just gazing out into into the future. I'm looking at your questions over here. Cool. Oh, hey, Shelly. Shelly saves the day. I know you're doing a live as well, I think. So what service do you use for your course? Kajabi, Teachify, etc. I use my own website. So yeah, it's none of the above. It's my own website. Okay, let's see. So I wrote down some notes for you guys in my notebook here. A bunch of learnings that I've had over the last few years, getting to 1 million subscribers. A bunch of words that start with the letter C for some reason came to mind. Commitment, consistency. Two of the hardest things for me in the beginning was committing to YouTube and being consistent because, like I said, I was working full time. Maybe a lot of you are working full time. Tell me in the comments, yes or no, if you have a full-time job that is not YouTubing. I'll be watching in the comments to see who is also working full-time and working on your YouTube channel. So it was really difficult for me to commit 100% because I saw it like maybe as a hobby at first, which is totally fine. But then there would be days when I would be tired from work and I would say like, oh, I don't really feel like publishing a video today, even though I said I would, or I should, or whatever. And that didn't help me to grow. It was after 3-ish years of doing my channel, just kind of when I felt like it, that I finally decided that I need to decide if I'm going to stop YouTubing and like get another job or commit and be consistent with my channel. So obviously, you know the answer, right? So I decided, I think it was 2013. I guess that's 5 years ago. Yeah, 2013, that I was going to, in my mind, commit 100%, not quit my job, not only work on my YouTube channel, but just mentally commit that if I said I was going to publish a video 3 times a week, I was going to do it. And that's non-negotiable. So committing to my channel made all the difference. It's kind of a psychological thing, but just committing to myself, to my audience, to my community, to my channel, just made all the difference because that consistency that came from commitment helped me to grow. So I'm sorry, this is not maybe like a very fun, easy, sexy answer, but it's true that, you know, the hard work does pay off. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and focusing on my content and my community, because really my community, their comments, when I post polls and questions on the community tab in YouTube too, they shape the content that I make. And I mean, I know as an English teacher what's helpful for students, but then I need to see how my audience reacts to it. I need to see what length of video they prefer, what topic they prefer. So it's an evolution. And I really look to my community for shaping my content too. It's not just about what I want to talk about, but it's what they want to talk about too. Let's see what questions you guys have. I see hello from Cambodia. How cool. Hello. There's so many good comments and good suggestions. Let's see. I see some people who might be from Go Natural English. Yeah, Derek, Ellen, thank you for your comment. Posting 3 times a week is doable. Yeah, that's actually the most that I've posted is 3 times a week. Now I'm doing 2 times a week. I mean, 3 times a week is doable. It depends on, I guess, how long your videos are. I think if you're doing super long videos or really intensive editing, even 3 times a week can be a lot, but it depends. What else do we have here? A lot of good comments. Cool. I just love that you guys are sharing your experiences too. Tell me in the comments, what is your biggest challenge right now with your YouTube channel? And maybe I can give you my opinion or take on some of your biggest challenges. So I mentioned committing 100%. That was one of my biggest challenges. Being consistent with my channel is one of my biggest, or was one of my biggest challenges. Making it just not optional. I had to make my video posting as not optional as brushing my teeth. Like, obviously I brush my teeth every day, twice a day, 3 times a day, depending. And had to post those videos 3 times a week. It was like non-negotiable. I also, as I mentioned, I hired an assistant to help me with a lot of things that were more repetitive, less creative, so that I could stay more in the creative and productive tasks. And I also found other people who were doing the same thing, who wanted to build a YouTube channel, who wanted to build an online business. And that was super important too, to surround myself with other people. So being in the YouTube or TubeBuddy is what I meant to say, the TubeBuddy community. I mean, looking at people in the comments here, these are all people who are working on their YouTube channels. Like, this is our tribe. And I mentioned I was at YouTube Studios in LA last week. I was actually speaking at an event on how to monetize your YouTube channel. I was in heaven, you guys, because I was with my tribe. Like, I was with my people, other creators who are working seriously on their channels, just like you guys. So yeah, I love having these conversations about YouTube. Okay, I see time management. Hey, Nick. Yeah, upload more and more. Oh, interesting. Moving subs from Facebook to YouTube. I think, YouTube is a lot about search. Moving subs from Facebook to YouTube. Yeah, because Facebook doesn't like you to move people off of it. So you might end up with 2 kind of separate audiences, but using TubeBuddy to find out those good keywords for your videos could help people to discover you on YouTube. Yeah, great community. Thank you, Andrew, for posting the link to my channel, youtube.com/GoNaturalEnglish. You guys can subscribe to that channel if you're curious about my channel. It's for English learners, people who are learning English as a second language, but you might be interested in what I do there. And I also mentioned that if you want to stay in touch with me, I have a page for you guys on my site, gonaturalenglish.com/teach, TEACH. How to get more views. Yeah, I want to know that too. This is like a big mystery. I'll share with you guys. I mean, there are certain strategies, of course, that will help, and I'll share those in the last couple of minutes. But to be honest, even bigger creators that I talked to last week are curious about this too. Like, what's going on with views? So a lot of people are confused about the YouTube algorithm and what's going on with views. But just quickly, I mean, obviously you want to be making good content that people want to watch. You might want to consider a longer or shorter video length. I mean, really look at your analytics. If you've already started your channel, look at your analytics and see when people are dropping off. Make videos on one topic that will help your search rankings, because if someone is searching for something like, how to blah, 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 how to, I don't know, how to do my hair really cute. That's what I need to know today. And you make a video on that, then it'll turn up. But if you just do like a rant video about whatever styles and makeup and travel and all the things, it's, I think, harder to turn up in the search engines. So just a few tips there for views from what I've learned anyway. And on my channel, you guys might notice, if you take a look at the videos, it's really interesting. There's, maybe a dozen top videos that tend to drive a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, but I've actually made about 600 videos. So if I knew exactly that combination to make a viral video with like 5 million views, which some of my videos have, I would definitely do that every time. So it's always an experiment. And that's why it's so important to commit, to be consistent, to keep putting content out there, because sometimes you do hit that awesome viral video that, you know, gets you the views, but you just have to keep trying and see what works. And that's what's fun too. You have to really enjoy experimenting. And that's what I love about creating on YouTube, is to put content out there, to create something that's unique, and then see how people react. So I think I have time for maybe one more question, and then I have to run. So I'm looking over at the comments. What questions do we have? I know the comments are a little bit delayed, so I might be reading something that, you know, was a little older, or your question might not have popped up yet if you see me looking and looking and looking for questions. Whoa, something weird just happened with the chat. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Nick. Enjoy experimenting. Power tip. Yes, totally. You have to be a living and breathing science experiment to be successful. You can quote me. Whoa, now the chat's moving really fast. Okay, I saw one about video editors. The chat's moving fast because everyone's asking their questions at the same time, but I'll answer about video editors, the programs. So I was recently looking at different video editors, and I think that a lot of people are using Adobe Premiere, and then Final Cut Pro seems to be a second choice, or a runner-up, I should say. They both seem good. I do not use either of them. I would like to learn how to use Adobe Premiere, but I use what's easiest for me, and I think you should use what's easiest for you. I think if you have time to learn one of the more professional programs, then do that. But in my opinion, and this is super just my opinion, a lot of people actually disagree with me, I think it's more important to get your content out there in a timely manner, whatever that means, like quickly, and see how people react to your content, and not necessarily your editing skills, unless you are trying to show people your editing skills. Like if you're trying to become a really famous video editor, then yeah, like use the good professional programs. But if you're doing pretty much anything else, if you're not a videographer, then just use what's easy for you. I started off literally with no editing. I do not advise that. But my first 5 videos or so, I didn't even know I was supposed to be editing. I mean, that's how ridiculous it was. And then I had a Mac, so I was using iMovie, which was okay. And then I started using Camtasia. I'm still using Camtasia, and it's working fine. But really use what is easy for you to use. Cool. I see some people commenting. Yeah, like comment on what you use, because it's interesting to know. Oh my gosh, I totally wish I was taught Adobe in high school. How useful would that be? Totally. Awesome. So I need to say goodbye. This has been awesome though. I want to thank everyone in the comments. I'm so excited to see some familiar names, and to everyone familiar or new names and new faces, you can keep in touch with me at gonaturalenglish.com/teach, TEACH, or, you know, search Gabby Wallace. I'm around online. You can check out my channel, Go Natural English. And yeah, I would love to keep in touch with you all. Thank you. Good to meet you all. And really, really, I want to send you good motivation, good vibes, and good experimentation on your channels. I wish you all the best. Awesome. All right, guys, big virtual hugs and mwah, kisses from Brazil. And I hope to talk to you all later. Have an awesome rest of your day. All right, bye.